Michael Irvin on Twitter afterwards, after yesterday's loss, saying, I understood what the men before me had done. I saw the championships on the table. I know that this team has had sustained success before me, and they could probably do it without me. So I need to come out here guns a-blazing. I need to live up to the expectation of being a Dallas Cowboy. And this goes back to the coaching conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Mike McCarthy, as a technical X's and O's football coach, is a fine football coach. He is an okay football coach. He's a pretty good football coach. I'll say his play calling this year was actually really, really good for the most part. But it feels like there is a gap, a mental lapse from the team and the task at hand, and somewhere in the middle, it comes down to the front office and the coaching. And I just don't think Mike McCarthy is good enough to supersede the expectations that follow this team and supersede this weird dark cloud that hangs above the Star in Frisco each and every day. Because it feels like these players, a lot of the time, are in business for themselves.
Yeah, I got a couple things to say. First of all, the Eagles just tried to do a tush push on a 2-point conversion, and they were stopped. So that was amazing.
Let's go!
That never happens.
Thank you, Todd Bowles.
Secondly, Mike McCarthy, it seems like when he is pressing and he gets in these high-pressure situations, we've seen it time and time throughout his career, at least in Dallas, he goes to what he knows. And we know that he was trying to be a run-first team. He said that in the offseason. We saw it the first 4 weeks. It didn't work. It was terrible. Then we started being this high-flying passing offense that we kind of all know and love. Dak and CD, Ferguson, Cooks, yada, 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 cooking. We get down early in the game. What does he start doing? Running the ball. Shotgun, one read, slant routes, short. You would have thought that we were like 28th in the league in passing the way that the route concepts were happening. I mean, I saw it was like 3rd and 8, and we have 3 different guys running 4-yard routes. Give CeeDee Lamb a dig. Give him a 7 route. Give him a post. Like, we are running like curls and crossers, and that is absolutely it. And all you got to do is watch film twice. Hey, I'm going to pass Cooks off. This makes me mad. Let me go ahead and let me get this one off. On that interception that was the pick 6, I could have picked that off, Alec. I'm not saying it because I'm some amazing DB. It's because if you've watched any Cowboys film, they run that play all the time, the double slants. Brandon Cooks, clear out route from the slot. CeeDee Lamb right behind him, wide open. Oh my gosh, we're doing a playoff game. We're going to watch intense film on you. Alec, does anyone think that 5'7", 170-pound Brandon Cooks is going to get that ball? No. He's not getting that football on a 3-step drop from Dak Prescott as he's 2 seconds out and he's already in front of him. He's throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb and everybody knows it, and that's why the safety drove on the ball the moment it was snapped, read Dak's eyes the whole way, tunnel vision, took it to the house. And is that a little bit Dak's fault? Yes. But it also goes on the play caller for not understanding how your quarterback's playing, how the defense is playing, and not being able to adapt. Too many times we get down in games and Mike McCarthy is just, I'm just going to go with what I know. I'm trying to run the ball. How many times do they run it on 2nd down? I mean, I think I saw a stat put out. They ran it like 8 times on 2nd down. It might have just even been plays in general on 2nd down. And they had like 8 or 12 yards in the first half on 2nd down. It was 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. Now, contrary to argument, they actually were pretty nice on 3rd down. They were somewhere above 50%. They did pretty well. But I just don't, and tell me if I'm wrong, Alec. I don't think you will. It does not feel like Mike McCarthy can motivate this team. It has nothing to do with X's and O's. Nothing to do with it. It is all about being a leader, getting your team ready to play in the biggest moments. Mike McCarthy, for once, he coached for Green Bay last night. So shout outs to him.
He got his logos mixed up there. And no, you're not wrong. And it's hard to pinpoint where that comes from and where it can be improved, so on and so forth. But just to back you up a little bit, Blake, going back to Jordan Lewis's post-game comments, last night I told you this one in pre-show, and this is a pretty telling line from Jordan Lewis talking to Patrick Walker of DallasCowboys.com after the game. He asked him what happened, and he said, quote, I don't know. I'm kind of distraught. You don't know what to feel.
Not what you want to hear.
That is sickening. When a player says they're distraught with how bad that they played, and digging into more of the quotes and whatnot from the players, they talk about execution, and then Jordan Lewis also mentioned one thing that they continue to screw up is that guys are trying to make plays where it's not their play to make. He said, understanding your assignment and not trying to steal someone else's play. What did I just say a few minutes ago? It feels like a lot of guys are in business for themselves.
Ooh.
It really does. And Jordan Lewis just painted the picture for you. He said that guys are out here trying to make other guys' plays. And what happens? Whenever you blow an assignment to try to get that stat, that means there is a wide open space somewhere behind you, somewhere to the right of you, the left of you, in front of you, because you are out of place trying to play Superman. And there's a few different guys that are guilty of this. And look, guys like Marquise Bell and whatnot that have had to rotate in and out in linebacker, bless their hearts, they're having to learn on the job because guys in front of them got hurt. That is not their fault. I know they haven't played well. That's not covering up for them. It's just saying that they should have never been there. You're converting safeties to linebacker at 210 pounds. That shouldn't be happening, but that's what happens. It's the war of attrition. Every team has to deal with it. But you have plenty of guys that, if you go and watch some of these games, you have guys shooting gaps that they're not supposed to be. You have guys diving for tackles and diving for picks that they're not supposed to be. And you see other coaches and other teams call this out. You saw it on Hard Knocks this year with Mike McDaniel. After an embarrassing loss that they took to a losing team, he came out and said, look, and he pulled up the film and he said, why are you hanging this low trying to make a pick? Yep. When all you have to do is follow your guy in stride? You're as fast as him. Yep. You don't have to make the big play. Everybody's trying to make the big play. Micah Parsons is trying to make the big play. He's getting held every other play. I get that. But sometimes it feels like he's in business for himself too. Yeah. He's not interested in stuffing the run.
Nope.
You don't see other guys, kind of going in business for themselves on run plays the way Micah Parsons does. You see DeMarcus Lawrence shooting gaps and making plays at the goal line. You see Micah Parsons just trying to get to the quarterback. He seems very uninterested in a 4 or 5 man situation. You're
not wrong.
He's not hawking to the football the way other guys are.
I mean, look at what happened. I thought it was very telling. I couldn't really see it from the press box, but I saw it all over social media and I saw it on the TV, and friends were texting me it. I said in my pregame prediction, and I said all week, CeeDee Lamb is going to ether Jair Alexander, and I will sit on that, and I was completely wrong. Don't look at the stat sheet. Please do not, because he did not ether him. He did not even do a little bit of that. And the biggest thing to me was, I don't remember, I think it was in the first half, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alec, where it was 3rd down, and he didn't get the ball, and Jair pushed him in the back.
Yeah.
And he didn't even look back at him.
Yeah.
I don't care. In that moment, I don't care if you get a personal foul. Go get in that dude's face and let him know that's not how we're going to be playing football today, and be physical with him. He just took it and walked back to the sideline and moped. And I'm not taking a personal shot at who he is off the field. I'm just commenting on what happened on the field. That's not what you want to see from your star receiver. I need a little bit of dog in you, a little bit of, hey, we're not going to do that. We're going to jaw. This is how it's going to be today. And that just goes into the mentality of this team. They're not dogs. They are fast. They're athletic. They can front run. When they got the lead, they are the shiny new Ferrari. But when it rains outside, they are no Toyota Tundra, no Ford Raptor. They don't have that bristle, whatever you want to say, built on the outside for when times get tough. What are we going to do? They don't have it right now. I don't even know where it starts with Jerry, McCarthy, Dan, the freaking star on the side of your helmet, me and you. It starts somewhere, but things have got to change because the culture right now is not it where they can be some dogs. In the NFL, at the end of the day, it's finesse, it's fun, it's passing, but you got to win when it matters most, and you got to be a dog.
This team is very comfortable with letting visitors walk into their house with muddy shoes, wipe their feet on the carpet, and then kick their feet up on the coffee table. They are way too comfortable with being way too friendly with everyone that invades their personal space.
Do you think the coaches are player coaches? Like they have good interpersonal relationship? Because you notice all of them talk very highly of Mike. And Mike's a great guy. Yes. He gives us off days. He gives us rest days. Let us hangs out with our family. He does the meetings. but is he holding them accountable if a guy's messing up? Hey, get your you-know-what out of here. This guy's going to replace you, or you're going to sit on the bench.
Now, I think he's too much of a player's coach.
Yep.
I think he's taking their side.
Yep.
I think he's patting them on the back.
100%.
And
Keep
holding
going.
their hands.
Yep. That's what it is.
He is holding their hands because he knows if he gets the players backing, he's got another shot at this thing.
Yep.
And that might just be the reason why this time next year he's coaching us to another disappointment. It might happen.
And that's all that needs to be said. He is too much of a player's coach. Sometimes you can go too far on the deep end. Andy Reid can be a player's coach because, hey, I've done this multiple times recently, and you're going to respect me or you're gone. Tyreek Hill, gone. Don't care. Bye. Going further in the playoffs without you. Mike, sorry, you don't got that cachet around Dallas.
There you have it. Just thinking out loud that maybe there is a top-down culture issue from the 214. Jerry is and has been the culture problem. It's about individual accolades, no sacrifice for the team. And from the 214, a bunch of divas. From another 214, don't have enough dogs, primarily on the defensive line and at linebacker. Fully agree.
Shoot, do the whole team.
With you. Interesting point from the 972. Cowboys would have been better as the damn 5 seed. I bet they go to Tampa and win.
No.
Hey, we got a fight breaking out on the field in Tampa.
And I thought about that myself too, and I'll be quick. I know we got to get to break. If we played how we just played, Tampa would have beat us too. So I don't want to hear people saying, we should have lost. We would have. Tampa would have beat us, maybe worse because we were on the road. And we know how bad we've been on the road, so we were happy to get a home seed. So we can't say, we should have gotten the 5 seed and played Tampa and it would have been different. Tampa would have embarrassed us on the road if we played how we did against Green Bay.